Hey, who we got? Who we got? Where y'all at? Talk to me. Who's in the building? It is time. It is time. Let's see. Yeah. I think we timed that up perfectly. We got all the way through the ads and everything. Let me see. Who we got? Expected Nacho. What's going on with you? What's good? We're gonna go ahead and lead off with our quote of the day. Let's see what it says. From Ernest Hemingway: "The world breaks everyone, and afterwards some are strong at the broken places." That's a good one. All right, our next quote comes from Joseph Addison: "A man should always consider how much he has more than he wants." This is more about appreciation, right? Appreciation what you got. And then our love quote of the day comes from Lenny Bruce: "There are never enough I love yous." Man, let me say that again. Love quote of the day from Lenny Bruce: "There are never enough I love yous." Man, that's the truth right there, man. I'm gonna tell you. Look, my pops used to always say he was the emotional one. He would always tell us, "I love you, I love you, I love you," and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, thank you, yes, okay, Roger, thank you." And one day he asked, why don't you ever say I love you too? And I'm just like, I don't know, it's not in my system, my makeup. I love you, absolutely, I love you, but it was just not something that I did at the time. And then, unfortunately, at his, last couple days or whatnot, um, I was in the hospital and he had got to the point where he couldn't talk. And, you know, then I wanted to go and tell him and then, you know, he was making noises, but it wasn't one of those things where, it was, I could understand what he was saying. I know he was saying, "I love you," but, it's like all this time, all the times that he said it, and, I didn't say it back. And then it's like, I wanted to be able to know that he understood, even though I feel like I knew he understood. It's just one of those things, man. It's like they said right there. That's a good quote. There are never enough I love yous. So go talk to your family, your moms, your dad, brothers, sisters, auntie, grandma. My wife always says you never know their time. I think that's in the word somewhere too. Um, Man, tell them jokers you love them, man. Even if you got to write it down, text it. That's the beauty of today, man. We didn't have all the text message and fancy stuff then. No, what's that? What is that? What just happened? Are we still there? Are we still there? Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? Can y'all hear me? I see Warpath Roll Tide. I see who is that? Jewel Junkie. Oh, I love you too. All right. Good evening, Papa Gift. Woo woo. All right, y'all. Look, we got a great guest today. Since my TV fixes itself, um, I'm working on this. Yeah, it's doing it again. I might have to pull the plug on thing. Oh, getting too fancy. That truck shut down on me, y'all. It's doing some crazy. Let me see. I'm going to pull one of these. Should I do that? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Let's see, I'm gonna pull this. Can y'all still hear me? Am I still live? Is the question. All my technology stuff and it's acting up on me. Are we there? Are we there? Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. A 1, 2. A 1, 2. Hello? Anybody? If you can even say roll tide if you wanted to. Just this one time. You gotta follow it up with a go dogs. Hello, hello, hello. I see 3 people are on, but I don't know if this is still live. Tide is great. No, no. Unless you're talking about Tide detergent. It's not great. So I take that as you can hear me. All right. I'm going to pull this other one because I don't want it to black out again like it just did. I don't know. Did it do it on you guys' end or you guys do not see your screen? Oh, see. I saw. Okay. What about now? What about now? Can you see me? Can you see me? Test, 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 test. And let's see. I'm working it. I'm working it. Can hear you though. Negatron. Still can't see it. I'm gonna let y'all see me. Can y'all see me while I'm figuring this thing out? What's going on with your people? I gotta get my guest back on here. Put on my Jimmy Neutron. Can y'all see me? Hello, hello. Y'all like my little thing I got down there? Trying to get high speed. Trying to be fancy. I think I got too fancy. All right, plugging this back in. So I got a green screen in the mail, and that joker is very nice, very, very, very nice. But I didn't get a chance to set everything up, and because it came in while I was at work, and my car's been acting up. Drill Junkie, can you see me now? Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me see. Okay, I see that one is up. Now let me see. All right, y'all stay with me. Stay with me. I got to get my guest back in. Where are you, guest? Da, da, do. Nope, not there. Not there. Let me see. I might have to log back into my own. I was just talking to my guest about pumps and how you set everything up. You know, you get all you practice, you did all these different things, and then you get ready to go. Look, I'm on here twice. Hold on. We lost comms. Let's see. Talk up to an hour for. Yep, I got it. I logged out and back in. What's up, Papa Gift? I hear you. She see me. Let me see. Which way am I going? There we go. Bam. It's coming. And it's like I'm back in the beginning phases. Let me close this. I look great. Well, thank you very much, Julia. Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh man. Let me close that. And let me get this bad boy on with my ads. Let me see. Okay, I'm about to try to transition you guys. Okay, let me know if I lose you. Nope, not there. Let me see. And see, it's still showing it. So I have a string open somewhere. Let me, boom. Watch this. I'm gonna have to close that one somehow. But let's change it. Boom. Cancel that guy. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. It's got two of them going on somehow. Oh my God, where are you? Where is the other one at? It's on this screen that I don't have up right now. Let's see if I can get it back up. There it goes. Nope, can't do that. All right, stand by. I gotta fix this.
I think you have to hang up and dial back in.
I'm gonna cancel this one. All right, y'all still there? Still working with me? Test, 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 test. Test, test. Can you see me?
Very good.
Can you hear me?
Yep. I can see you and hear you.
Okay. Look, we just talked about the comms acting up, and that joker went out as soon as I tried to bring you in. Okay, now I got to get this thing to see it again. Okay. It's a wonderful night. Life lessons learned. Boom. Okay, Jewel Junkie, can you see? Are you there? Test, test, test. All right. Now, after all of that, look, woo. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's been a rough day. It's been a rough day. My car they're asking me to pay a grip to get this thing fixed. And it's not that I don't have it, it's that I don't want to spend it. You know, they said you get your emergency fund ready, so when you need an emergency happen, it's not an emergency. But when you like seeing all the funds there, Jewel Junkie said, "Hey, Anadra's favorite uncle, I see y'all. All right, Jewel Junkie. All right, hey, look, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Doing fantastic. Look, I want to say thank you for coming out to the show, gracing us with your presence and your time, and putting up with the equipment malfunctions. I know you had a lot of those as a coming up in the ranks as an officer. So I'm sure you had your fair share of equipment malfunction. So
yes.
Yeah. So hey, look. Let's jump into it. This is my guest, very special guest, my uncle, my daughter's favorite uncle. Look, we'll jump into that later. But yeah, man, this is my uncle Rodney Lightfoot, retired colonel, financial PMP. What's PMP stand for? Is that project manager?
Professional, exactly.
Professional, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a lot of other stuff. So, hey, won't you tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're from?
Okay. Well, hey, nephew, I sure appreciate you inviting me out. Don't get to do a lot of this since I've been out of uniform, so it's actually a great pleasure to spend time with some folks who are interested in learning about what's going on in the world and how they can make their world better.
Yes, sir.
I'm as Marte said, I'm Rodney Lightfoot. Served in the Army for 30 years. I was a communicator, signaler. So yeah, I know all about comms not working. You needed to, and everybody looks around and is like, but it was just working.
It was just working.
That should be a famous quote, right?
It should be. It should be.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in my book. It was just working and tell the story. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I served all over the world. I served 52 months in combat. I was blessed, and fortunate that I have no true injuries from being deployed. I'm just, injuries I have just from getting old, and playing too much sports when I was young and not taking care of myself, shoulder, hip, all that stuff, all those things that go out, once you get older. But I come from a small town in Virginia, very small. We just got on the map like last year.
Really?
Well, a couple years ago. Southern Virginia, almost in North Carolina, but Southern Virginia. Grew up there. Went to undergrad at East Tennessee State out there in Johnson City, Tennessee. Went to grad school with the University of Maryland and with Central Michigan University. And I was a fellow at Columbia University in New York. That was probably my favorite school to attend.
Okay.
Absolutely awesome. I lived in New York for a year. And I lived once I lived off Malcolm X Boulevard in Harlem, 139th Street.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic place to be. Great folks. I felt right at home, even being from the country.
Okay.
And then I came back, settled back here in Georgia, where I started my Army career.
Nice.
Here I am. I've been here for 5 years now. 5 years. Retired 2 years ago. Can't believe it's been 2 years already.
Wow.
Actually, it'll be three years in March that I've been retired. Crazy,
wow.
right?
And it don't feel like it.
No, it doesn't. It went by so fast. When I retired, I went and worked for a contractor for almost 2 years. It's insane how much money you can make. Working for a contractor. After you come out of the military, you think, hey, I'm making decent money. I take care of my family.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get one of these contract jobs and you make 3 times what you're making. It's like, how did that even happen?
Yeah.
But what I realized is that when you're working for somebody else, they're always making more money than you.
Right.
Right. And people don't tell you, a lot of the secrets in life about, you want to get into this now? You want to hold off? We can hold off.
No, go. Let's go. This is what I want. I want. Come on, give it to me.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was in the Army 30 years, and I talk to soldiers about, managing their finances. Some, teach them how to write checks. How to, balance their checkbook.
Mm-hmm.
Credit card, get a credit card. Those things that you do as young coming up. Build your credit so at some point you can buy a car, buy a house. Get married, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids coming in the Army don't have somebody that can teach them those things.
Right.
Share with them the knowledge of, hey, this is the benefit of my experience. Because my parents didn't have that experience. My parents, they went to high school. My dad went to Vietnam shortly thereafter, and he came back. We're very thankful for that. But they didn't go to college. They worked as blue collar workers, throughout life, and it was to make work to working, living to work really is what it was.
Right.
And that's what I found. Even in the Army, you're living to work. Mm-hmm. But when you take a step back and realize that, hey, to live to work. I need to work to live. And then part of that living is, enjoying the benefits of my efforts.
Right.
Right. So your effort you enjoy. When I was making a lot of working as a contractor, I was working. I mean, I was
putting in them hours, right?
Hey, and being so tired, it's all conversation. You're talking to people all the time. It's all conversation. So, and what you find is that you're just too tired.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to give up something. You have to give up the gym, or you have to give up playing with the kids, or you have to give up time with the spouse. You have to give up something. Mm-hmm. When you make all this money, because you don't their expectation. And so, what I've learned is that working for yourself, own your own business, and truly becoming an entrepreneur is the way to go.
Okay.
You own your own business, you work that business, and then you work yourself out of a job. Right? Yeah. So your goal is to work yourself out of a job. But the people who work for you have that same mentality. They want to work themselves out of a job.
Right.
So by doing that, they actually push you out of the way. Mm-hmm. They just push you out of the game, and you're like, well, what do I do now with all this time? Because right? So now I can go play with the grandkids, I can vacation, I can go play golf.
Yeah.
I can around all day at the house if I want to. Right?
Sounds good.
For this small business that I have now, I'm doing maybe 8 hours a week.
A week?
8 to 10 hours a week. Yeah. Because it's this conversation right here.
Okay.
And educating people about, hey, this is what I'm just dive straight in. Hey, so here's the big question. The question of the day is, who knows the rule of 72? Nobody knows.
Yeah, I know it because I just heard it, but I had heard it before, but I couldn't tell you. I couldn't spit it back out when I was asked again. So yeah, it's pretty fresh with me.
Yeah, I had heard it before in my career. I'd heard it, and then when I started my first business, probably 4 years ago, I was like, yep, rule of 72. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna make sure that our money doubles. Rule of 72 is very simple. Whatever your interest rate is that you're getting for your money, because you want either you're working for money or you got your money working for you.
Right.
We don't want to do both, right? So we may work a little bit in the beginning, okay, but then the idea is to get to where your money is working for you. Mm-hmm. And so rule of 72 is, when does my money double?
Yeah.
Right? Because what you find, and I'm going to answer that question in a moment, but what you find is people save money, because you were talking about emergency savings. I think I heard you talking about it earlier. I have it, but I'm not sure I want to get rid of it.
Right.
But that savings is that, you got a savings account, and you may be getting, 0.5% interest.
Maybe.
Oh, getting 0.12.
Right.
Percent interest. Mm-hmm. All that's one, for the crowd. All that's less than 1% interest.
Right.
If you get 1% interest, one goes into 72 times.
Yeah. So
your money's going to double every 72 years. So if you're 30 now, when you're 100, right, your money will. Whereas if you're getting, 6%, cut that time in half.
Right.
Cut that time in half. So now, okay, every 24 years, my money double. Okay, that's reasonable, I guess. But how about if I'm getting 12%, or even 10's easy math. 7.2 years, your money doubles. Right? Mm-hmm. And that's where you want to be. You want that money stacking and working for you.
Right.
And so the banks, they know it, because when you put your money in there, they go into the global economy and invest your money, right? And they make their 8, 9, 10%, and then it comes back to you, Marte, and say, hey, here's your 0.12%.
Here's your peanut.
Hey, 0.12%. Wow, I just got 80 cents on my money.
Yeah. And that's what it looked like too. It's about well, I got enough in there too. I'm getting, a couple dollars, but I be mad.
A couple.
I get about $8. I get about $8, but it's only because of the amount I have in there.
My mom had a CD in, and she had it in for 3 years. I think it was $3,000, and she got it out, and she got $3,300. 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And the bank, made at least, you know, 5-6 grand.
Right. Exactly.
Right. But they put it out in the global market, and so that's what we should do.
Yeah.
We should put it in the global market, right, and let it work for us. So, you know, the 3 pillars of what we're doing with this small business that I've started and you're interested in is save. So it's making money, protecting that money, and leaving a legacy. That's really about, you know, because our kids, our grandkids, and our kids after them, you know, we want to leave something that they can all benefit from.
Right.
Because we can do it. We have the knowledge, right, to make this difference in the lives of other generations.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We have that. We have the knowledge, and we just have to execute. So you make money by, you're talking about your short and long term investments. That's your savings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no putting money in a savings account. So when you have short and long term investments, if you need that money, you can get that money.
Right. You can touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
2 to 3 days, you can have that money.
Mm-hmm.
Penalty, it's your money.
Yeah.
But while you're not using it, it's growing and it's working for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we all want. We want that money to work for us. Now, the other piece is the education part, where, you know, you and I had a conversation. You know, I've had conversations throughout the course of the day during my eight. You know, probably today I probably worked 3 hours because I was doing something else. But anyway, 3 hours a day, because I was making a lot of phone calls to make sure folks understand, hey, here's the benefit of the education. You can do it. You don't have to have a lot of money to start making money.
Right.
Right? Because money to be made really goes into, you know, do you invest your money or do you put it in the bank? If you put it in the bank, as I said, they're going to use it to make money.
They're making money. Yes, absolutely.
They're going to give you peanuts back, right? Whereas the middleman and invest it yourself in one of these funds. For instance, we have one fund that's been for 36 years. It's been pulling 11%.
Okay.
Fund for 50 years. It's been pulling not less than 10%.
Okay.
50 years.
That's a good track record.
Yeah, you can't lose with that. Well, when you look at what's in the fund, it's Microsoft, it's Amazon, it's, you know, it's things that are climbing every day.
Right.
Even if they get a hiccup, it's only for a few days or a month. You may have a hiccup for a month,
mm-hmm.
but history is that it's going back up, and it has. So these are the opportunities that are out there. So I'm gonna pause there and, you know, let you hit questions, and that way I can cover anything else that you wanted me to do that I left out.
Okay. Jewel Junkie says she says pound, what was it, hashtag entrepreneurs, and then she put goals and don't wait until you make money to make money. Yes, absolutely.
Like that.
Look, so throughout your time in the military, right? You did 30 years. I got people on here right now that's not even 30 years old. So you served a lifetime plus, sir. But if you could go back in time and talk to your younger self, what would you tell yourself to? What advice would you give yourself?
Buy term and invest the difference.
Buy term and invest the difference.
Yeah, buy term life insurance and invest the difference.
Okay.
Invest as much of my check that I could when I was 20,
mm-hmm.
and do that, you know, until I was 30. I probably wouldn't have stayed in the military for 30 years.
Oh, wow. Really?
No, because I would have had enough money to say, okay, I'm retiring now.
Okay.
I would stop not more than 20. I would stop at 20 in a month. Right? Just calculate.
Yeah.
And be done and not work.
Wow. So look, Jill Junkie says, yes, thank you for your service. But look, I hear a lot of people say that once they got out, when they retired, they did their service, that looking back, a lot of them, they wish they would have did it sooner. Like I'm hitting 24, and I know people that's like, one of my mentors is like, look, you're faithful to, you know, what you're doing, but you made the decision, and what I need you to do is, I don't want you to drag your feet, I don't want you to crawl, I need you to sprint to the finish line, because once you get there, you're gonna look back and say, I should have did this a long time ago. Why did I do the extra time? and you know, we all have our reasons why we did the extra time, whether we were chasing the next rank, trying to accomplish a goal. I was chasing a goal in the next rank, and my goal was actually to retire as a sergeant major, but that didn't happen. You know, you get to work in the jobs, but you know, you don't get to pay for it, and you know, the actual rank to go along with it, but you're good enough to do the job. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, hearing you say that, it really does. It solidifies, and it's like we have to know when we hear that calling that, okay, it's time. And if you start now doing the right things and setting yourself up, once you hit that 20 years or even before, for some people, if they do it right, they could walk away and keep walking, right?
Exactly. Not look back.
They don't even have to wait until 20. Like, I mean, I know with this new retirement plan, it's, you know, it's beneficial for those young troops because they don't just get out at 10 and nothing.
Right.
You know, they have something. You don't have to make it to 20 to get something. But you know, so what can these guys do right now? I mean, like, I didn't learn about TSP until I was well in, you know? And so I got started with my TSP kind of late. And TSP is a thrift savings plan for those that are watching and don't know. Shame on your leaders. Shame on your leaders if you don't know. But shout out to Chief Warrant Officer Gayton. He was one of the people who was talking to me about it and put me on it when I was in Guam. And I mean, I had a whole duty station that went through, and I didn't know about TSP. So, you know, what can these guys do? Like, I got some junior people. What can they do to start setting themselves up now for success?
Yeah, so the TSP is good, and so that portion I think is not changing. I think that's still gonna remain, and actually it's gonna be the focus of future retirements. I mean, it is what you invest, and it's matching, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
For the new soldiers coming, take full advantage of it, right? Full advantage. If you have to make sacrifices to do that, then make the sacrifices.
Yeah.
Because it'll, even if you don't stay 20 years, it's fine because you get to take that with you.
Right.
You get to take that with you, roll it over to, you know, whatever job you're going to. And normally you can leave it in place until you find that next job.
Mm-hmm. As long as you don't touch it.
30 days, they'll leave it there and it'll keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't contribute to it anymore. But once you have the new job, then you can roll it over into the new job. And that's probably the big thing. You know, don't make unnecessary bills. I mean, you know, young soldiers coming in, I mean, you get 3 hots and a cot, don't have any bills. Don't make it. Fun. And take full advantage of the educational benefits.
Oh, thank you.
That's skill, right?
Say it.
Do something you're interested in. I mean, so financial management, that on base. On post. You can do financial management right there. Get your certifications, because certifications out financial management. It's a great job to have, but it's really more the knowledge that they give you. Mm-hmm. They're going to, no kidding, true. When you class, but most of them don't go to those classes.
Right.
Oh, that's boring. I want to go, you know, play something. I want to go, you know, something that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. You figure out that you can make it where you don't have to work anymore.
Exactly.
Very interesting at that point.
That's very interesting.
But if you're 60 years old and you figure that out, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, maybe that's. But now's the time. Do it while you take full advantage of all the opportunities out there. The Army still has lots of opportunities. Go to school. I tried to tell Marte go to Warrant Officer school, but he won't. But you know,
I tried.
I still,
you know, look, it's so crazy. I mean, because it was silly because I wasn't thinking about it. So my goal was to complete what my dad didn't get a chance to. Right, he got picked up for 8 and never got to pin it on. So right. I was like, you know, I want to pass, you know, 7 and complete that for him, right? But had I did the daggone warrant officer thing early, I would have passed him.
Yes, exactly.
I wasn't thinking about it like that. I'm thinking like, you know, I'll do this first because I was fast tracking. I was like, I was making ranks so fast. It was like, I could do this.
I was watching.
And then this I got to 7 and just got stuck. I mean, it was first thing they said was, "Oh, you fast tracked and you're it's just whatever." My first eval that I was looked at, my first eval that I was looked at, the first bullet on the eval was, "I saved a commander's life."
Okay.
In a medical unit, the first bullet on there. They said, "Oh no, you just fast tracked." And I'm looking at some of the people that got picked up, and at this time I wasn't working in my MOS, so that was one thing. And then it was like, "Oh yeah," it was right when they switched over to drill sergeants back to platoon sergeants, and I was the senior platoon sergeant in the largest training battalion in the Army, and I saved the commander in that battalion. And so I'm like, they was like, "Oh, you should be picked up." It's no, I mean, you're a Romeo, you're in Whiskey Land, you're doing great things. It's you're fat, you're sure in. I'm like, okay, I could do this, and then I switch over. When I finally got when I was finally like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I did my packet, but we couldn't send our college transcripts by ourselves, so it had to come directly from the college to
Right.
HRC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the college didn't send my transcripts.
Mm.
The college didn't send the transcripts, so I'm like, I'm salty. I'm salty, and I'm thankful at the same time because I always say everything happens for a reason, and promotion comes from above. And so if I didn't get promoted, then it was a reason. I don't know. But then I got a letter of recommendation from you, and shout out to Rob Smith. Got a letter from him too for Green to Gold. Got accepted. All I'm waiting for is my orders. All I'm waiting for is orders. Everything else is they're good. They blessed off on it. They did the whole thing. And then Obama hit the drawdown. And I got a message from the general. She was like, "Sergeant Gifford, you are exactly what we're looking for. However, with the drawdown, we can't accept any waivers." And she said, "Try again next year." I'm like, if I'm too old now, I'm going to be too old next year. Do you know what I had to deal with to get through my medical evaluation? I was literally on that metal table crying because my back was hurting so bad. I'm like, the day I got to get my medical eval, my physical, my back is out. And it was hurting so bad. And the dude, he wasn't even paying, the doctor was not paying attention to me, y'all. He got up and walked away, turned, and I was like, "Okay, is that it?" And he was like, "Yeah, you're good." And I'm like, "I'm good?" He was like, "Yeah." Like I got tears in my eyes. I'm hurt. He bending me all over the place, and I'm like, "I'm good." He's like, "Yeah, your paperwork, pick it up in the front." I can't even get up off the table. I have to roll over on my stomach and slide off the table. That's how bad it was.
Oh my goodness.
But I was like, you know what? Hey, thank God, I'm good. I made it, and I got everything, and my packet got approved. I got all my acceptance letters from the school, from HRC, everything. I just waiting for orders, and then the drawdown. So, yeah, do everything early. If your mentors, if your seniors, your family, if they tell you some stuff, man, take it and run with it early. Don't put it on the shelf and be like, "I'll get to it later." And I say I appreciate it because I would not have been in the places and met the people and gone to the other places that I am in and I've experienced because I didn't get I didn't get into those promotions. So, what was the question? TSP is matching to the max. Oh, the question was Uncle Rodney was just saying that, do go warrant officer, do all these things because I didn't follow directions. I didn't follow the guidance. So yeah, I went down the rabbit hole. You're right, Jewel Junkie. Shout out to the Jewel Junkie where they add style to your smile, $5 at a time. All right, so you talked about being a small business owner, an entrepreneur, and so that's when we're talking about those things, people got to understand the quadrant, right? The business quadrant, right? Um, can you explain that quickly on, like, all the different the different places on the quadrant, and why you want to be on the right side versus the left side, punching the clock versus your dollars punching the clock for you?
Well, you telling the story right there. So the quadrant is you're gonna have a job, and you're gonna go work for somebody.
Right.
You're gonna somebody. And that's on the left side of the quadrant. There's four positions in the quadrant. Left side of the quadrant, you're working for somebody, basically, is the bottom. And then on the right side is, you're a small business owner, or you're an investor. The true entrepreneur that's the true entrepreneur, not the small business. The small business owner is still working the business.
Right, you still punching the clock to a degree.
Yeah, you may be your own clock, but you still punch the clock.
Yeah.
You are the small business owner, and you got to make payroll happen. The inventory is there, and the meetings occur, and you got to make sure all that happens. The true entrepreneur is the bottom right quadrant, which is the investor. Meaning you already have the small business, you have somebody else working it for you, right? And you're just making decisions, putting more money in, drawing a check, putting more on a check. So that's where you want to be. Definitely on the right side, which is a small business owner and the investor. But the bottom right quadrant, because you have to work to get there. But once you get there, now you are the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right. You are now the one who is making decisions. But you may be in Hawaii. You may be in Kabul. Wherever. You may be you're not the one doing the day. Okay, everybody here today. Yep, everybody. Okay. We got inventory for next week. Yeah, we got the inventory. Shipment coming in. You're not doing it.
Right.
Right. Yes. All that. What you're looking at, the numbers. How are we investing to build a business for the future? Where are we going to open a shop next? Where's when are we going to start our hiring? Do we need to hire more people? Yeah. Which young manager should I move to? Ohio, so he start that business. Those. Yeah. And you're also an investor. That's where the business goes. That's where you want to be, and you can get there just early. Don't wait, as Marte says. When you get the instructions, look forth.
Don't press pause. That what's the importance of having mentors, right? So, like, you were very instrumental for me. For, like, when my dad died, he was like, super leader for me. I molded a lot after all of you guys, but him being dad, I really looked at his style of leadership, and I would call him and ask him before all this technology stuff. Back when we still had, like, form flow was like high speed, and before PDFs and all this crazy stuff, and he would send me just like guidance on, like, counseling, and soldiers that are good soldiers that don't want to go to the board, and how to motivate them on to be better. How do I encourage this person to seek improvement, because they have what it takes, but they don't see it within themselves. What is the importance of having that mentor? Like I said, like, you always reached out, even you said you was watching from a distance, me moving up, and you always came in key moments and said, hey, look, you're doing great. Your dad will be proud. And although I wasn't actively looking for it, it's always good when you have somebody they have that discernment, and they can say, hey, keep pushing, do this, go this way. Why is it important to have a mentor for the professional, your spiritual, your financial, all these different things? Why is it so important to have those things, not just in the military, but just in life in general?
Marte, that's I appreciate what you said, and it's a very good point that you make. The mentor has been there before, right? There's so much we don't know. Mm-hmm. When you look at, as you're coming up through the ranks, think back when you were PFC and, specialist, you're like, and now you look at what you know now, mm-hmm. compared to the knowledge you have now. You know so much more. Right. Well, and that's the that's the beauty of having a mentor. He or she has walked the path, and if it's not the path you're walking, they walk a higher path. Path that so they can have some foresight to let you know about some of the challenges that are going to come. Because we all get challenged, whether it's the soldier. Very good point. Whether it's the soldier who don't want to go to the board, even though you can see it in them.
Right.
And I can remember soldiers, who I would say this guy or gal would be an excellent lieutenant. It was an officer to go for, and they're like, well, I don't think I'm smart enough. I don't speak well enough. I was like, no, stop. I'm not the greatest speaker. I'm not excited to get in front of a crowd.
Yeah. No, right.
But as lieutenant, day one, you're in charge. And my first platoon sergeant was a Vietnam vet.
Really?
That's Wisty. He had served in Vietnam, came back, got out for about 12 years, and then went back in.
Okay.
So my first platoon sergeant, Sergeant Wisty, was a Vietnam vet. He was a chain smoker. He was overweight. He didn't do PT.
What?
Oh, yeah. Sergeant Wisty could get anything.
Yeah.
He could get trucks. He could get weapons, ammo, food. Whatever we needed, he could get. He could get anything, and he could push soldiers.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't fit, but he could push soldiers. I mean, he come to PT and BDUs and be like, okay, this is what y'all gonna do for PT.
Lady L, Mom, that's good. She said, thank you for being my son's mentor. And she said, hey, my brother, I love you. I was like, oh, so you got on. Good stuff, Mom. Shout out to Mama G, man, where it all started.
That's right.
Look, I don't know if she thought I would make it the full 20. Look, she was like, you got to go. And I got on that bus. I seen like one tear come down.
Hey, there was more after you left.
Yeah. Be like, you ain't gotta be all mentors allow you to see the hope we don't see in ourselves. And Lady L said yes. Yeah. But I'm definitely glad she told me to go ahead and do it, because I don't know if I would have made it to school. I know I wouldn't have made it through school first. I was not going to school for education at all. I was going to school for all the wrong reasons. Again, I'm so glad I did the Army first. Oh my God. I thought I was a professional basketball player in the makings. I knew I was the next Allen Iverson. I was challenging them. I wanted to play against them so that I could get my stardom. But I'm so happy that I came into the military and chose this route. And I had the mentors that I had. So yeah, the importance of education. So all right, look, she said, I'm proud of you, son. Army strong. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Jewel Junkie. I appreciate that. All right, so knowing everything and all the experiences that you had, stateside, abroad, just doing all the different things. If you could change 3 things in the world, what would it be?
So our world is a very complex place. As you travel around the world, you find Americans in general are very spoiled.
Yeah.
We the microwave society at its finest.
I
Got and want all of it. As you travel into Asia and Africa, you find that people move. Their pace is slower. They're more grateful and thankful for the things they have. They're more appreciative. They consider others. I mean, it's a whole litany of the difference. In America used to be that way. We used to look out for each other. I mean, in the military, we look out for each other. Brothers and sisters in arms. Yeah, got it. We do that. Mm-hmm. But we make up less than 0.45% of the population.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy, right?
Less than 0.45% of the population is the military. So I mean, that's our brothers and sisters in arms, and we know how to look out for each other, be considerate, thoughtful, help people out. We know how to do that. Leave a thing better than you found it.
Right.
Exactly. Know how to. Our society is very contrary to that. It's almost 180 degrees off of that position where we look out for others, be considerate. I mean, you can see it in traffic, you can see it in stores, you can see it wherever you go. You can see how America is just inconsiderate, unthoughtful, unappreciative, very entitled. And I love America. I mean, I served 30 years because I love the Army.
Right.
And I mean, I love my country, but we're not in a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I could change one thing, I would change the perspective of Americans to be more appreciative of what we have.
Right.
And so that's one thing I would certainly change if I could. And then balancing between the races. I mean, we've had this struggle that's gone on, from beyond slavery and all that, and the Native Americans, and how they were treated during the early years of the forming of the nation. Just get over it, get over all that. Be one people. We all, whether we Asia, Africa, it don't.
Right.
We're Americans.
Thank you.
We're Americans, and we need to treat each other that way. And the third thing, I'll leave to you guys. Figure out what the third thing is I need to change.
Look, financial education.
Not about education, because we not just soldiers, but minorities in general have missed, in many cases missed the boat on financial experience and ability to manipulate money and make money work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because told us, the conversation in white America is very different from the conversation in Black America when it comes to my grandparents told me, hey, get all you can and save all you get. Whereas the truth is, they know about the stock market, investing,
right,
and all that.
Right.
But one season to the next season. But they knew they'd have emergencies. They need to have an emergency fund, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do that because emergency would come. But the problem was we just didn't keep up with the times. And the times was back mid 80s was the time we should have started investing, because that's started to be a real factor in America.
Yeah.
But not too late now, and so here's the opportunity, and you certain platform to broad is, hey, there's here's our build, protect that well, but make America better, educating middle on how to invest and let them afford. So that when it comes to time to retire, they can retire. When they graduate from college, they can send, and not just to school. They university, Harvard or Stanford or wherever they want.
That's good. That's good. QD Boss says, "Hey, Uncle Rod," and Jill Junkie says, "One people." That's good. Yeah. We have a lot of the QD Bosses. Marquita. Hey, Quita. I hope you're feeling better, man. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah. So real quick, I totally forgot. Look, for everybody that's out there, that's you guys have we got a lot of people that's battling COVID still. It's real. Stay masked up. Personal hygiene is big. I have my personal beliefs about COVID. I think it's been here. We just didn't call it what it is. And now we broke it down and we identified it. And so we're able to better fight it, right? Because now we know what it is. But there's nothing new under the sun. I don't believe that there's anything new under the sun. We just identified it, right? And the problem I think that we have in a lot of cases is people just nasty. People are nasty. We have a human factor. You walk outside right now, you walk one block, I guarantee you're going to see masks on the ground, right? You're going to see some, it's just, instead of picking up, like, I'm on a military, well, I ain't gonna say I'm close to a military installation. And it's trash. I remember, I don't know, you probably had some old crusty sergeant major that worked for you, right? And he yell outside and get off my grass, right? Get off my grass. And we took care of everything. When I drive past I'm on a military installation, I see like unkept landscape. I'm like, and I see soldiers, sailors, and airmen walking around, but nobody have a lawnmower or a weed whacker or something taking care of this daggone this situation. It just dumbfounds me, right? And so we're in the airport, and I'm washing my hands. You know, everybody masked up, and this gentleman walks in behind me. He uses the restroom right next to me. I'm washing my hands, and he walks right out. Matter of fact, no. He didn't walk right out. He walked over and motioned for the water to come down. The water said, psst. He didn't even wet his hand. I'm like, why motion the water? Why motion it? You know that you're supposed to wash your hands, but you're just going to pretend like you fooling yourself because you didn't fool me. I know you didn't even grab any soap, and then he didn't even grab hand sanitizer on the way out. So, look, people, stay sanitary. If not for you, for others, because we have people with immunodeficient situations. And, you know, I like to travel still. You know, I don't want to get locked back down for another whole year because you want to be nasty. So shout out to all those nasty people that's going to hear this and they can get themselves right. Carry hand sanitizer. Squeeze that joker in your hand. You know, but, you know, please do the right thing, man. We trying to get past COVID. We're not trying to create another variant. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. QD Boss, people are really disgusting. Free at-home COVID test from the government. Yes, thank you. Yes, you can go get your free test. Request your COVID test beginning Wednesday, today, at that website that Jill Junkie just posted. A total of 4 test tip kits can be ordered per household. Please share the information with your family members, relatives, and friends. The website is http://www.covidtest.gov. That's covidtest.gov. Yeah, man. Yeah, order y'all's test, man. Go out there and get those so that, you know, if you feeling like you wake up, you know, sometimes you wake up and your allergies are acting up and your throat a little scratchy, and you like, not the vid. No. It didn't get me, did it? Oh my God. But I got bad allergies, so I wake up like that every now and then. All right, tell me one of your most memorable moments.
You know, I was thinking, so nobody came with an idea for number 3, so I have number 3 thing that I would change.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
You know, I told you I served, you know, like 52 months in combat, and I didn't get a scratch. It was by the grace of God.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know that. And all the things that blew up around me and the 2 airplane crashes I was in, I mean, all that stuff.
Whoa. Really?
You know, oh, yeah. And I just know that I'm here for a reason. And so I'm going to take full advantage of, you know, the opportunities that are presented because of him. Because that's all it could have been.
Right.
That's all it could have been. Nothing else.
Yes.
And
man,
so
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were in 2 airplane crashes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 2 crash landings. It was all good though.
So you were airborne, right?
Yes.
Would you recommend any of our young viewers to jump into while they're young?
Exactly. If you're young, nothing. It's so exhilarating. In the breeze. 800 feet above ground level. It's fantastic. The
Really? What?
no, there's no time for it to open. There's no need to have it.
Oh, right. 500, yeah.
500 feet, yeah. Nap of the earth, 500 feet. Out quick, bam.
So as soon as you come out, that joker it's already deploying.
Oh, yeah. Because he's on static line, so as soon as you leave the aircraft, 20 feet, you're popping. You're shooting. I did see a kid hit the ground straight, no lift capability.
Oh wow.
Got away from him.
Man.
500 feet he fell.
That was my fear, and I finally got the courage to go airborne when we was deployed. I traveled all over Iraq to get my physical done, and I got approved. And then Army says, "Hey, guess what? Remember you wanted to go to drill sergeant school? We're gonna send you to AIT platoon sergeant school. So my airborne date was on a Saturday to report, and my platoon sergeant date was on the Sunday right after that Saturday. And they was like, Army trumps this school that we don't need you to be airborne. Why do I need an airborne food inspector, my friend?
I could have thought of a reason.
Look, I could have thought of a bunch of reasons, but they was like, nah. I was like, I'm wearing airborne patch on my right shoulder as my unit was airborne. And I'm like, I'm tired of people be like, oh, you airborne? I'm like, no, I'm not. See, what had happened was, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this thing. So, we just got a warno. Okay, I got you, Google. Thank you. Talking about we got 10 minutes. I hear you. Oh, I can't extend the call. Boom. There we go. All right. So.
Okay, here. Most memorable event. Here's a quick one for you. So in 1997, no fly violation on the Iraqi Kuwaiti border. Right, Saddam Hussein comes into Kuwait because he wants the oil.
Mm-hmm.
So a division out of Fort Hood was supposed to be on Division Ready Brigade, and they should have, answered the call and flown over there and went to mission. They weren't ready. We had just come off Division Ready Brigade in the 3rd ID. They said, "Hey guys, you back on? You hot again?"
What?
What? We deployed, flew out. C-17s headed into Kuwait, defend the Kuwaitis with the 3rd Infantry Division, and that was my first plane crash. I was we made it over the Atlantic, and we had engine failure, and they cleared us to land at Rota, Spain.
Rota, shout out to Rota, Spain.
Some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life.
I can agree. Yes, I love Rota.
Yeah, so that is short landing, and we hit hard. Everybody's okay, and I stayed there for 4 days. But the cool part of the story is my whole company. I had a task force of like 230 folks.
Mm-hmm.
I was leading.
Yeah,
they were there. I was in Rota, Spain.
No. So they got in the country, and your plane was the one that got delayed.
So my first sergeant and the battalion S3 and a couple of my lieutenants, made it happen until I got there.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it was action on.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. Woo. Yeah, it was. That plane went down, and the other planes flew in the country. They were doing mission. When I hit the ground, they were doing mission. They were picking up ammo and getting fuel, and I mean, it's like, hey, we're about to roll out.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, another blessing from God, to keep us straight.
Absolutely.
Back to you, nephew.
I can only imagine we did practice combat landings, right? And then when we were in theater, we did the combat landings. And it doesn't matter how many times either they tell you or it's unscripted. It always feels like it's the end. It's like, all right, guys, we're gonna. It's like, and you're on those netted seats trying to hold on to you. And then you start seeing the chain reaction. Everybody, right? It's crazy.
Once one throws up, everybody throws up.
Everybody's throwing up. It's so crazy. And I'm like, that's like some of the best prayer time for me. I'm praying for everything. Like, I woke up this morning, I had an attitude. Lord, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't even say my greatest MRE. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh man. And everything. You think about everything, right? And like when you're traveling and then you can hear the ping 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 on the bottom of the aircraft, and you're like, what's that? They're like, you know what that is. You know exactly what that is. Okay, never mind, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm just gonna pretend like it's just hard Beatles or something like that. So Yes. Oh, it's crazy. All right, give me 3 great leaders in your book.
Okay. So one of your favorites from the drawdown will be Barack Obama.
I like Barack. That's the one thing. He just took my
one thing, right?
One thing. He just like, dang it, man. Come on, B.
Hey, you know what? He knows nothing about that.
He don't.
He don't know that was the effect of what he.
And you know, I can accept that because you know it was a leadership move. He made the promise and said we were going to do it and made it happen. So yeah.
The Colin Powell and I have a whole list, but Condoleezza Rice, because of the positions they have and the effect they had. Mm-hmm. And the decisions they made to stay true.
Yeah.
Right? Stay true. It's like, Colin Powell's like, look, I just can't support these policies.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't in good conscience.
Right.
Support what's going on. He did it twice. Condoleezza Rice same. And all that stuff was behind closed doors. I met her at the Masters.
Okay.
Member of the Masters. And I met her there. She was sitting in the seat. I just walked up and introduced myself. I was inside the ropes, had the yellow hat on.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm part of the crew here. But great lady, and there's a long list of folks I can name. I'll give you those 3. And one of the most memorable people I served for was the Raging Cajun. Man,
the Raging Cajun.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, he commanded 1st Brigade, 3rd ID, and now I want to say he and second ID. Amazing.
Yeah. Jewel Junkie said, "Rest in peace, Colin Powell. She loved him. She met him in Germany. Good stuff."
Yeah.
I marked some of my leadership philosophy off of one of his quotes when he said that, paraphrasing, he said that once the soldiers stop bringing you their problem, you have failed as their leader.
Yeah.
And I really believe that because if no matter how hard I believe that I was pressing my soldiers, I always wanted them to know that I'm pressing you because I care about you.
Sure.
And I want you to not have to depend on me. I appreciate that you care about me and that you love me, you like me, you respect me, but I can't have you depending on me. I need you, if something happens to me when we get off of that plane, I need you to be able to function without me. And that was all based off of that quote that he had. If the soldiers stop trusting you to deal with their problem and help them out, then you have failed as a leader. And I believe that.
Yeah.
All right, give me that's the quote, one of my quotes. What's one of your quotes that you?
One of the quotes I live by.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Okay, this is my quote right here. Great is thy faithfulness, my strength and my redeemer. And then ... going to another place. No shadow of turning. Always the same. I tell you what, doing right just because it's right, way to go. You never have to remember what you did as long as you do it right.
Yes.
Because it's always the truth.
Yes.
Right? Just do what's right. Like you were saying, about taking care of soldiers. That's one of the reasons I love the Army. Because if I didn't have a mentor like you and I had.
Yeah.
Somebody look at and oversight, have walk and say, hey, you probably don't want to. You get this. I'm gonna tell you, I took. PR. That makes a difference.
Yes.
Try to, offer that leadership, guidance, mentorship, whatever you want to call it, to all those who will listen, because it's our society.
Yes, sir. The Jill Junkie says, profound quotes. All right, you made it to the lightning round. We're gonna be real. We gotta do lightning. I think this joker's trying to push me out right now. What's this? What you got? Where are you? Is it? I'm gonna have to call you back in. Let's see. It did. All right, y'all. Stand by. I'm gonna bring them back in to finish out with the lightning round. So if you guys don't know what the lightning round is, right? You answer the questions with us. As I ask the questions, you answer the questions. Okay? Y'all got it? Let me bring my uncle back in. How do I do this right here? There we go. What y'all got? Any questions? Anything that I may have missed? How we doing out there? What y'all for dinner? Anything good? Lightning round. Yes. It's the lightning round, Jules Junkie. I thought you was gonna give me some drink to rock tonight. They keep talking about me going and doing the and wearing the some earrings. I say no. No. So we can finish up. Man, it's crazy. They never had the I was, but I got the call. Oh, okay. Everything good? I got that call. Okay, we got some people that seeing this stuff, but they not what it do? What's good? Who we got on? I see I got 2 viewers that are followers. Lady L. Look, this daggone thing messed me up, so I apologize, y'all. Let me see. Sent new link. I appreciate you guys hanging on in there. And for those of you that are watching from YouTube, look, man, like, comment, and subscribe. You can see it right there. Right there. You got my YouTube. If you're on LinkedIn, go ahead and hit me up on LinkedIn. And you can follow me and all that great stuff on all those platforms. And if you haven't done so already, go on in there and smash that subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when Papa Gift is live. All right. And I want to say, shout out. Shout out to the Viper Medics, man. If you out there watching, man, every last one of y'all jokers need to go on in there and hit my All right, we finishing out. We about to finish it out. Look, Google said, look, you've been getting too long. You getting long-winded. I'm gonna have to kick you out. So this is the first time they ever kicked me out. And this ain't even the longest show. Crazy. Lightning round. You ready? All right. Top 3 most played songs on your playlist.
Oh, come on now.
What you got?
Yeah, I'll tell you that. That was a good one. I like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's it right there. So, top 3. You Say by Lauren Daigle.
Oh, yeah, I like Lauren Daigle.
Nobody. Casting Crowns. Graves in the Gardens. celebration worship.
Okay, I like your 3. I think I know all 3 of them, but I don't know that song from the last one. All right, so where I gotta check it out.
Oh yeah, you'll like that.
Okay, where do you go for inspiration?
Hey, I go straight to the boss. I look up.
Look up.
Yeah, that's my most inspiration. And truth, because I'm telling you, man will fail you.
Absolutely.
Man will love you, adore you, try to be your friend, but when you need him, he will fail you.
Yeah.
Because that's by design.
Yeah.
Because the Father wants to look up. When we need help, he wants us to look to him directly.
Absolutely. I like that. All right, so I was asking what's your favorite YouTube channel, but a lot of the people it was like, I don't even have YouTube. What's your go-to for social media? If you're on social media, where you at?
I guess between LinkedIn and Instagram. Okay. And I know LinkedIn isn't truly social, but just because, being a professional, that's just where I am. So yeah. And a lot of people I know, that's where they are. And I don't find them on my Facebook. I don't find them on Instagram. Right. But then a lot of the, the kids, nieces, nephews, and children of nephew, for example, I find them in other places, Instagram. But it's good to see them out there and they're living their lives. And I see a lot of you in them.
Yes, sir.
So I'm very, very proud of how you raised the girls.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Unc. All right. Best lyricist.
Best what?
Lyricist.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
No?
What's a lyricist? Somebody writes songs?
Somebody write lyrics. Whatever lyrics. The best. Who has the best lyrics? Who you think write the best lyrics?
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. These guys from Casting Crowns, they have some beautiful lyrics.
Yeah?
I mean, absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
Another one is Ann Wilson. And of course, Lauren Daigle, because she makes up she makes up over half my top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she have a new album out?
I think this can't be more than a couple years old.
Okay, because I thought I had most of hers, and I listened to her a lot too.
Well, my sister just went to a concert. She had a concert. I can't remember where it was, but she had a concert recently.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Huh?
It was pretty fantastic.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite team?
Yeah, my favorite team is me. My favorite team.
You don't support your alma mater teams?
No, I don't. I because I don't really watch sports.
Oh no.
I mean, I think it's great for those who can do it. Because I'm not one about watching. I'm one about doing.
Oh, playing. Yeah. I'm about to say you used to play sports. What was your sport? What's your sport?
I played in college. I played defensive back.
Okay.
And then after college, I played rugby and soccer, softball, baseball. I played baseball in high school. Played baseball for almost 20 years.
See, I thought baseball was your sport.
It was, but
okay.
I see. You get that herd mentality sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's like, "Nah, man, you got to come out here, walk on out here and play football." I'm like, "Okay, walk on, play football."
Yeah,
dude. In high school, college guys are much bigger than high school guys.
Yes,
they hit harder too.
Yeah, they do. I bet. And then you come in as fresh out of high school, and you got these people that's been on the team for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh yeah,
and they ready to pop you.
You fresh meat.
Yes. So okay, but you used to hoop too.
Oh yeah, I used to pull it down. 5'9" dunking. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I'm like, man, he got some hops. What is this? He got some hops. Yeah. Okay, so but I was right. Baseball was your sport.
Oh yeah, it was. Baseball was my sport, was my love, man. I really, really enjoyed it, and so that love I've translated to golf.
And you took me golfing. The first and only time I've ever been golfing.
I took your dad golfing too.
Yeah, because you gave me we took his clubs, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah. But it is. I found it to be the greatest sport. It's like the chess of sports.
That's what I'm hearing, and I know a lot of guys is getting out, and even the ones that are not, just moving into the seniors, they're all playing golf. And I'm like, what the heck? I should have kept them clubs.
Hey, I have sets of clubs, so you don't worry.
Okay, when we down there, I'm gonna have to come out because I need to learn. I know you got me to. I got one good hit, and I heard that noise. I was like, ooh. I like that. When I'm doing it right, it's good. He's a Jewel Junkie said, "What's your cocktail?
What's that?
What's your drink? What you got? What you got in the cup?"
Oh, this is I normally have a nice little Hennessy with a couple drops of water, maybe a little piece of ice.
I like it with ice.
Yeah,
I'm looking for that big ball ice that you can put in there. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a huge ball.
That's what it is. I had one. I had an old fashioned one. Was we went out to Fishbone Grill sometime this week, Sunday. Man, I don't know, sometime recently. And when they brought the old fashioned, they put that big ball ice in it.
Yes, I love that thing. And yes, Jewel Junkie, Uncle Rod had hops. Like it was like he was floating when he would jump. And I'm like, it's crazy because he was like very. I'm not saying he's not muscular now, but he was very muscular. He was like, he's got to be a weightlifter, right? And then you see him go out there, and he's like mobile and he can hop. And I'm like, what is this? Like I'm thinking like, okay, he's gonna go tackle and hit somebody, but basketball, it blew my mind. I was like, okay, hops, yes. And she said, "What's your favorite cocktail, Uncle Rod?"
I like the old fashioned.
Old fashioned. I like that screwball now. Have you had that? Screwball. It tastes like peanut butter.
Really?
Tastes like peanut butter. Yes, absolutely. Get the screwball with the ice on it. Yes.
Love peanut butter.
I do. I love peanut butter. Okay, so baseball's your sport. Who's your favorite baseball player?
Willie Stargell.
Okay. Who's the best baseball player?
Best baseball player? And there's so many. I can't choose one. A-Rod so it's generational, right?
Generational, yep.
So in A-Rod's generation, he was great. In Babe Ruth's generation, he was great. And there's some guys who played what do they call the Negro baseball league. Satchel Paige, I mean, just fantastic, skilled ball players. And then guys coming in, Jackie Robinson coming into the white league, and Reggie Jackson played there, and who was the first guy I said? Played for the
A-Rod.
Played for the Patriots. Now before that, Willie Stargell. He played for the Pirates. Pittsburgh. He played for Pittsburgh.
I think it was the Pirates, unless it changed, but they were the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And great player. And so many of them. And then we got a lot of Hispanic players that are fantastic. A-Rod kind of is one sort, I guess. But there's a lot of Hispanic players, man, that are fantastic. And Asians too, guy.
Yeah.
Hey, know this, okay? So, did you know that in Asia, baseball has cheerleaders?
Really?
Really?
No, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Hey, and they're like the best cheerleaders.
Really? When do they cheer, though?
I don't know.
Like, where do they cheer? Because it's dangerous to be out there on the side.
Yeah, they run out and cheer. And they stand on the sidelines like basketball. They stand on the sidelines and cheer. Then at points in time when the teams are changed, offense, defense, they run out and cheer.
That makes sense. When they're changing, when they're transitioning, that makes sense.
They do a quick cheer and they're back in.
Yeah.
But it blew my mind. I was like, what are they doing?
Look, as the safety NCO, I was thinking that that wasn't a good idea to have the cheerleaders on the sideline. That ball be moving fast.
Oh yeah.
Can't get no cheerleaders hit.
You gotta pay attention now.
All right, so we did your best team, best player. All right, what's your favorite? What what's the best movie? Have you watched any movies lately?
I watched a lot of movies lately.
What's the best movie you watched this year?
I don't know. I've been watching Netflix, right? So you don't watch new movies on Netflix.
This is true. They might be new to you though.
Oh yeah, they are new to me. But so I just watched one. Oh man, what's the name of that movie? I did watch a really good movie, like 3 of them recently. But hey, so my very favorite movie ever in all times is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, is that Clint?
Clint Eastwood. Mostly by Pale Rider.
What was the? She said Unforgivable. The was that the movie that you watched? We just watched that on Netflix. Unforgivable.
It was very good. That was a very good movie.
That was. Oh my God, that's the one with Sandra Bullock, right?
Yeah, she made a bad choice though.
Yeah.
She should have said what. She spent 20 years in prison. In my opinion, she should. That was 20 wasted years.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I don't think that they would. I mean, I think because of the mindset that she was in already when it happened, she was thinking that they were going to take her sister from her. Journal for Jordan was good. That was a good one. Have you seen that one?
What is it?
A Journal for Jordan.
No.
That one is based off a true story. A soldier has he got his girlfriend pregnant, his fiance pregnant. He got called to war, and she gave him a journal to write to his son. He got to see his son, but he continued writing in the journal and ended up, you know how they have that survivor's remorse? He ended up telling his commander, I got it, you rest. And he went on the mission when he wasn't supposed to. And they got hit, and he died. So, but it was a really, really good movie. That was like just midway through it. That was almost like right the climax, and then it just got better from there. It was directed by Denzel Washington and Michael B. Jordan. That's a good one, huh? All right, look, you made it to the end of the lightning round. It wasn't very lightning because I went into rabbit holes on each part. But look, I just want to say thanks again for coming out and spending an hour or two. We didn't get a 2 yet, but an hour and some change with us. I'm gonna stop right here and give you an opportunity to do some plugs. If you want to do some plugs, some shout outs, and we'll cut the people loose.
Awesome. Well, hey, nephew, it's just an honor to be, spend some time with you guys, and it's very inspiring to me to see that young folks, our next generation, are interested in their futures.
Yes.
And so these gatherings, these opportunities to share information, knowledge, education, are not always available to us. Mm-hmm. So having a platform to go and do something like that is pretty awesome. So I'm very proud of you for taking this task on. I hope you will continue to move forward with it. And then I say to all our audience there, I mean, invest now. Take advantage of what's going on in the market. Do what others in our society have been doing for a long time. Yeah. And also teach your children. Teach your children how to do this because it will make a difference in their life.
Yes, sir. That's perfect. I don't have anything else to say except, look, that's the look, all my stuff is all mixed up, so I can't even find my stuff. But look, comes. It's all jacked up. But look, tell me what song this is. Look, they say, Lady L Mom says, amen. Jewel Junk said, invest now. And we love you very much, Uncle Rodney. Look, that is the show. Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate you. We love you. Invest right now. If you got questions, man, hit me up on the side. I can link up with my uncle, and we can sit down and talk to you if you got questions or concerns about anything. Remember, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on here on Twitch watching this, rewatching this, thank you. I appreciate you. It's no longer live, but you can still continue watching the show and then hit all those links and follow up with me if you got questions. Be blessed. We out.